proposal saya itu yang ada tulisan fix di depannya.
Fix, yeah, I got it already.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. May I start?
Now you can start now.
Alright. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good afternoon. First of all, I would like to thank to our honorable lecturer, Mr. Urai Salam, for the guidance so that I can present this proposal today. And thank to my colleges that attend today's seminar. So my name is Ibnu Najai Felasuf Alim, and I would like to introduce my seminar proposal that entitled Investigate English Teacher Problems in Integrating Technology into Teaching. So first, I will start from the background of my research. As we know that the advancement of technology has affect many aspects of life, including English language teaching and learning. The presence of technology in English learning provides opportunity for teachers to explore new styles of teaching and help them in teaching process. But despite the convenience and opportunities that it promises, several studies have revealed the challenges or problems that the teachers experience in integrating technology into teaching. And departing from the findings, the researcher will try to investigate and reveal if those problems that have shown before still occur in English teaching process or might have been solved, specifically in senior high schools in Pontianak. In addition, this research will possibly find new problems that might emerge and have not been revealed in previous studies. And that's why my research questions is, what are the problems English teachers experience in integrating technology into teaching? And my research purposes is to investigate the problems English teachers experience in integrating technology into teaching. In the literature review session, in the literature review part, I discuss about the literature that I have been reviewed, and I point out several problems that English teachers encounter based on those studies. There are several points, there are several problems that I find. First is infrastructure and research limitation, and then lack of professional training and technical competence, and then time constraints and workload, lack of pedagogical knowledge for technology integration, rapid technological changes and digital divide, student motivation and engagement, cost and funding considerations, and age and generational factors. So those are the problems that I've found from the literature. So next, for the research method, in this research, I will conduct a descriptive design in which participants' experiences are examined to provide a description or information about English teachers' problems in integrating technology. So in this study, I attempt to find the answers to the questions, what is happening and what would the researcher like to know about the problems. I will not specifically like explain or finding the solution for the problems, but I will just reveal the problems that occur regarding the technology integration in English language teaching. And next, for the population, my target for this study is English teachers at senior high school level in Pontianak with one year of experience in teaching English and also have integrated technology into their lesson plans and teaching practice. Why 1 year of experience is because in my significance, this study is supposed to be an imagery for fresh or new English teachers to the challenges that they might face in teaching with technology. So that's why I specify this to English teachers with 1 year of experience in teaching English, and of course who have integrated technology into their teaching practice. And these researchers also choose purposive sampling, which is the common sampling that used for the descriptive study. And there are various forms of purposive sampling, and I choose to employ the homogeneous samplings, which involve selecting participants from a specific subgroup, which is English teacher, and who share similar traits or experience, which is experience in integrating technology into teaching. And then for the next is techniques of data collection. First, I use questionnaire. I will distribute the questionnaire, and then I will also conduct the interview. From that questionnaire, I will uh, choose the respondents to get more in-depth or detailed information by interview. And then lastly, I will do the documentation. Uh, I will keep all of the documentation as an evidence that the research has been conducted, and also uh, yeah, that's the function of the documentation. And lastly, for the data analysis, I follow the Miles and Haberman model of data analysis, which includes of three concurrent flows of activity. They are data reduction, data display, and conclusion drawing. For the data reduction part, there are three there are three steps that I will took. The first one is I will transcribe all of the interview, the audio recording from the interview, and then I will also like uh, record the question, the response to the questionnaire. I will organize the questionnaires and the documentation. And then the secondly, from the data reduction, I will also do the in-depth reading. I will read through all of the documents, all of the result of the interview and questionnaire to get a comprehensive understanding about the data collection. And then lastly, I will do the coding process. In this process, I will try to like find to find the patterns to like categorize the findings into themes or patterns, so that I can continue the next steps, which is data display. I will display this data in descriptive format, so I will use rich and descriptive language that will give a clear information about the result. And then lastly, I will do the conclusion drawing. Actually, the conclusion is I do the conclusion drawing along the research. So it's not at the end, but along the research, I will make initial conclusions. It's not the final conclusion yet. And after I do the research, I can conclude all of the result into a whole conclusion that is cover all data set. That's for the conclusion drawing. Okay, I think that's all for my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ibnu Najaib. Yeah. Now we come to the discussion session. We have only one discussion from the student, unless Joshua is coming. Okay, wait a minute. I would like to invite Chantika Amelia. Please have your time.
All right, thank you very much for the opportunity. And as the discussion, I would like to ask a question about your research. So, in your research background, some previous studies have examined and mentioned the factor that cause difficulties or challenges teachers face from using technology into teaching English. So, can you tell me what are the gaps that differentiate your research from previous studies that make you want to conduct research with this topic? Thank you.
Sorry, what are the gap? Is it?
Yes, sir. What are
Okay.
the gaps that?
All right. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Shantika, for the questions. What I found from the previous study is that they just talking the about the problems in integrating technology into teaching in general. I mean, even though their topic is about English teachers, it's still the problems might can occur in other subjects or in other like maybe in mathematics, in biology, in other subjects. So the gaps for my research is I will try not just to find the problems in integrated technology, but also specifically related to English language teaching. I mean, like uh, how what are the problems in integrating technology in teaching that happens in the area of English language teaching? I think that's for my questions. And that's what differentiate my study with previous studies. Okay, thank you.
Are you done, Amelia? Cantik.
Yes, sir. Thank you
All
so
right.
much, Ibnu.
All right. Thank you for your question. Ya, kalau bisa questionnya nambah dikit lagi lah. Ya, let's do. Your question is good. Ya. Tapi jangan cuma satu lah.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Now we come to my turn. Sorry. We start from as usual. I want to start from the gimana nih? Oh, sorry. Ibnu, can you stop your sharing, please?
Oh, all right, sir.
Cannot. Yeah. Okay, cancel. I make it entire screen, so I share. Can you see my screen now? I mean your proposal?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now please let me know if the recording is stopped or stop. Ya. Kan itu kelihatan kan kalau sedang direcord kan? Kalau dari saya tidak kelihatan karena I'm on your screen, on your proposal. Okay, now we start from the topic. Yeah, the title is very important to clarify what you really want to do. Investigate, itu bahasa Inggrisnya salah. Investigating harusnya ya, atau investigation of, atau tidak perlu disebut investigate itu. Misalkan cukup mengatakan English teacher problems in integrating technology in teaching. Nah, gitu sudah cukup sebenarnya. Jadi tidak perlu menggunakan kata investigate. Jadi lebih bagus malah ya. Jadi kita mulai dari sini. Dari English teacher problem in integrating technology. Ada dua hal di sini yang perlu kita diskusikan. Yang pertama, the first one is what you mean by integrating. Integrating sounds more complicated than using, yeah, using technology. Integrating sound more comprehensive, more what's that? Yeah, more comprehensive. Are you really going to focus on integrating or using? Ibnu.
I think it's more focused on using, sir, like how teachers use the tools in classroom.
Okay, so it's kind of tools, yeah. The difference between integrating. So if you integrate, so it's the systematic, mechanism, the system. Perhaps because the school already have the facilities or already have the regulation and something like that. So the teacher integrates the technology into their teaching. But if you use the words use, for example, yeah, or apply, so it sounds like it can mean that we that the usage is like separate usage. So you use this, for example, how the teacher use different kind of tools, things like it depends on the situation and depends on the availability, it depends on the accessibility and so on like that. So that's I think uh, the meaning. Yeah. So because this is research, we need to really define what we mean by integrating. Okay, Ibnu, do you? I mean, do you get a point?
Yes, sir.
Mm. Now, second one, problems. Why are you interested in problems rather than the usage? So when we are using uh, uh, technology, we experience many things. So it can be both, yeah, challenging. I mean, the privilege or the advantages and disadvantages. Then why you focus on the disadvantages, yeah, problems?
It's because if we are talking about the usage of disadvantage, so I think I have to specify in one kind of technology, but what I want to cover here is any kind of technology. So that's why I use problems. And maybe it would be more easier to find the participant for this research if we're talking about the problems
You
because
mean that? I mean, you are very negative, you know. I mean, do you think that many teachers have problem rather than many teachers enjoy their teaching using technology?
yes, sir. I
Uh-huh.
think that. I
Okay.
mean, if we talking about the usage, not all teachers like use the same technology. But when we're talking about the problems, every teachers might share same problems like that.
Okay. All right. So you still, I mean, you focus on problems, yeah, not the usage. Now, in research, actually, this is not very productive. If your research is only focusing on to find, yeah, on finding the problems yet, only to know the problem. I think what's the point if we know only the problem? I think it's more important is actually we want to know how the teacher solved the problem. Yeah. So meaning that like how the student I mean the teacher has the or have the troubleshooting strategy, things like that, because we want to learn from teacher who are using technology, and if because we believe that teacher must experience difficulties, and we want to know how they solve that difficulties. So the strategies or the way they solve the difficulties, I think, become the best practice for others, yeah, for readers at least. So what do you think?
All right, sir. So actually, my study is supposed to like just refill. I mean, collect all of the problems that the English teachers experience, and then for the solution or for the solving, it's supposed to be the next, the next research, the future research. I mean, my research serve as reference for them to find or to find solution or formulate the techniques to solve the problems that I explain in my research, that I reveal in my research. That's all.
But don't you think that actually between problem and solution is they come together? Yeah, if you only ask the problem, they could also share about how they solve the problem. Yeah. I mean that's why I said it's not really productive if we focus on only the problem. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, later when we come to the methodology, perhaps that's we can. Yeah. Wait a minute. Sebentar, sebentar ya. Silakan, Pak. Okay, sorry for the interruption. Jadi sekali lagi Ibnu, teacher problem tadi kan problem ya. Sekarang itu boleh jikanya ini yang mau kita anukan. Jadi begini, kalau dari segi judul ya the titles dengan metodologi itu sebenarnya tidak cocok ya. Coba Ibnu ceritakan sekali lagi, sebenarnya Ibnu mau ngapain? What do you really want to do?
I want to know about the teacher problems, English teacher problems in using technology
Okay,
in
stop
teaching.
there. Who are the teacher?
The English teachers in senior high schools in
How
Pontianak.
many? How many?
Because this is descriptive, it's supposed to be like 100. That I mean, it's cover all of the teachers that all of the English teachers in Pontianak.
Okay, so you really want to know their problem? Ya. Gimana caranya ya? Okay, that's good then. Kalau itu, how are you going to access the teacher?
I will distribute the questionnaire. So I have searched in Google the list of senior high schools, SMA, or sekolah-sekolah yang levelnya SMA di Pontianak, and maybe I will try to contact them one by one to ask the teachers, the English teachers. I think like that.
Why SMA?
Because
You mean
actually,
that SMP teacher are not using technology?
yes, sir.
Okay.
I choose senior high schools because I think, I don't know, maybe my assumptions is we are more actively use technology in senior high school levels when the students are like the in senior high schools.
Okay.
My assumptions is like that.
Okay. Tapi dalam riset nanti tidak bisa begitu ya. Pasti Anda harus punya alasan yang lebih akademik lah ya, yang lebih punya berdasarkan data. Data maksud saya itu adalah berdasarkan mungkin referensi yang lain, bahwa ada penelitian tentang ini, maka mayoritas pengguna teknologi di secondary school adalah senior high school, seperti itu. Tapi kalau yang Anda sampaikan tadi itu nggak bisa. We cannot say that in our research. Ya. Tapi intinya oke. Jadi cuman yang saya kurang yakin. I'm not confident if you can do it. Maksudnya if you can access the teacher. Nah, itu aja yang saya kurang yakin. Ya. Karena menghubungi guru kalau bisa dihubungi itu belum tentu mereka mau menjawab kuesioner kita gitu ya. Apalagi dia tahu ini mahasiswa ya S1 dan sebagainya. Kalaupun ada tidak banyak gitulah kira-kira. Kecuali kalau kamu punya akses, itu yang saya tanya tadi, ya, aksesnya gimana gitu. Mungkin misalkan dari jalur dosen, pembimbing kamu siapa? PA.
Oh, Memianti, sir.
Kalau dari jalur Memianti mungkin kan beliau itu punya akses ke banyak grup-grup dosen, grup-grup guru kan, itu bisa. Kalau gitu insya Allah. Jadi nanti in your proposal you can mention that the participant are teachers in Pontianak or in West Kalimantan. So the questionnaire is going to distribute it through, for example, teacher groups, a WhatsApp group, and so on like that. Nah, itu mungkin possible ya. Kalau mau apa istilahnya lebih banyak datanya ya kamu ambil dua-duanya, jadi jangan hanya guru SMP, SMA tapi juga guru SMP. Kan di kuesioner tinggal kita pilihkan kan. Anda adalah guru bahasa Inggris di kan A, misalkan SMP, B, SMA, gitu kan. Nanti data itu menjadi sangat bagus jadinya kan. Jadi kamu bisa mengkategorikan misalkan mayoritas problem yang dialami oleh guru-guru SMP itu modelnya seperti ini, guru SMA seperti itu kan gitu. So it is I mean the data will be more useful ya, bigger and jadi ketimbang kamu berasumsi bahwa guru SMP tidak terlalu menggunakan teknologi, itu tidak terlalu berdasar. Tapi kalau kamu ngambil datanya, itu saya kira is very good. Because today the government particularly is really forcing the teacher, the guru ya, to use teknologi. Ya. Makanya sekarang program PPG ya, profesi guru itu semuanya mengajarkan guru menggunakan teknologi. Bahkan syaratnya itu adalah penggunaan teknologi. Nah, dan mayoritas PPG itu adalah guru SMP, ya, guru SMA. Mayoritasnya, bukan berarti tidak ada, tapi mayoritas guru yang ngambil PPG itu adalah guru SMP. Apalagi kalau yang daljab itu mungkin hampir 100% guru, hampir mungkin 80% itu guru SMP. Berarti mereka sudah menggunakan teknologi kelas karena dipaksa tanda petik ya oleh pemerintah. Okay. Now, do you have the questionnaire?
Yes, sir. Di bawah, di appendix.
Where do you get this, Edgar?
Yeah, I doing like research. I search in Google. I search for questionnaire for English teacher problems in integrated technology, and then I try to adapt it that questionnaires.
Okay.
So some of the questions in this questionnaire is actually not mine. I mean, some of the questionnaires is from me.
But yes, okay. Tapi di sini sepertinya kuesionernya itu memang harus dicocokkan nanti ya, karena you said that you want to investigate their problem ya, tapi your construct here itu pakai feel ya, pakai belief ya, aware, feel kan ini. Nah belief, nah belief, feel ya, willing itu bukan. Maksud saya begini, itu adalah opinions, ya kan? I believe, gitu kan? Misalkan sini, I believe that technology can enhance teaching. Nah, itu kan sebenarnya tidak investigate the problem. Makanya saya bilang tadi itu agak sulit kalau kita fokusnya ke problem saja gitu. Kecuali kalau memang Anda punya model kuesioner yang benar-benar strictly focusing on problem. Mungkin harus di identify dulu problem itu. Misalkan problem dari segi apa, skill misalkan. Nah, skill berarti hubungannya dengan ketidakmampuan dia menggunakan teknologi, ketidakmampuan dia untuk belajar tentang aplikasi-aplikasi yang baru. Jadi dia itu susah. Kemudian yang kedua mungkin problemnya adalah tentang infrastruktur. Jadi we want to know apakah adanya ketersediaan teknologi kan, apakah dia memiliki teknologi atau tidak, apakah infrastruktur di sekolah itu memadai, ada atau tidak ada, memadai atau tidak dan sebagainya itu kan. Nah, kira-kira ada nggak pertanyaan itu di sini?
Ada yang di bawah-bawah infrastructure or research limitation have hindered technology integration like that. That's from me.
Okay. Nah, hindari kata I believe ya. Kecuali apa? Misalkan kalau menggunakan kata I believe itu sebenarnya kamu ingin menemukan problem apa? Apakah kamu ingin menemukan, jadi menemukan ada dua sisi problem kan, satu dari sisi metakognitif, ada tiga misalkan, metakognitif, kognitif, sama infrastruktur, atau jadi kita bicara tentang faktor jadinya kan. Nah itulah maksud saya, you have to be clear about the definition of your research ya, integrating and problem ya. Problem itu maksudnya apa? Nah itu harusnya you bahas di your literature review. Nah, let's see your literature review. I think you don't really talk about a problem ya. Ini langsung dah infrastructure gitu kan. Harusnya kan bicara dulu dengan teknologi integration secara umum itu seperti apa. Mungkin sedikit bisa bicara tentang misalkan teknologi integration itu secara teori dulu. Kemudian bagaimana mungkin dunia secara umum. Maksud saya begini, karena teknologi itu rata-rata dimulai dari negara-negara yang memang sudah established ya. Negara-negara yang pemegang teknologi yang tidak memiliki, bukan tidak ya, yang boleh katakan infrastrukturnya itu sudah sangat-sangat bagus ya. Nah, kan permasalahannya menjadi berbeda dengan negara-negara yang baru belajar ingin menggunakan teknologi. Nah, barulah kamu bicara tentang tipologi mungkin, bukan ya, katakanlah tipologi, artinya the kinds of problems ya. Jadi tadi itu bisa dibagi tiga itu ya, boleh katakan seperti itu. Coba kita lihat ya. Misalkan infrastruktur, satu problem ini lack of professional training, berarti ini competence. Masalah kognitifnya, jadi masalah keterampilannya, jadi artinya dirinya, gurunya yang bermasalah. Maksud saya ada keterbatasan skillnya. Nah, kemudian ini time constraint and workload. Ini masuk kemana ini gitu kan? Ini harusnya masuk ke tadi yang ini professional training itu, karena kan salah satu professional training itu adalah mungkin time management. Jadi kalau constraint ini ya kemungkinan time constraint itu kemungkinan karena dia tidak begitu fasih menggunakan teknologi, kan not really skillful ya. Kemudian lack of pedagogical knowledge. Nah, ini tadi yang bagian atas tuh yaitu
kognitif.
Ya, masalah kognitif, kognitif itu kan masalah pengetahuan dia dan masalah keterampilan dia. Tapi technological changes itu sebenarnya masalahnya adalah masalah dia tidak mampu belajar dengan cepat kan gitu. Jadi sebenarnya masalahnya tetap sama itu bagian yang pertama, yang kedua tadi. Ya. Digital divide itu bagian yang juga sama. The inability of the teacher to use technology, because of the lackness of the. Oh ya ini. Ini saya dulu ya. Okay, so that's technology. So we try to make the typology of the problem. Kemudian yang menurut saya juga perlu itu adalah, kamu student motivation. Student motivation is not the teacher problem dalam hal ini. Kan di luar teknologi skill kan. Ini udah meloncat ke judul lain lagi ya. Cost and finding ini infrastructure. Kemudian age and generational factor ini adalah masalah gurunya itu sendiri, yaitu kemampuan. Age factor itu pasti hubungannya dengan dia skillful atau tidak skillful di dalam menggunakan teknologi kan. Artinya bukan masalah umurnya sebenarnya, tapi masalah ini. Kalau Anda bicara tentang age, berarti Anda harus penelitiannya akan berbeda lagi, yaitu melihat kategori pengguna, yaitu pengguna teknologi itu kan digital native, digital imigran, dan digital phobic. Itu 3. Jadi kalau phobic itu adalah digital imigran yang tidak successful. Kayak saya masuk dalam kategori digital imigran. Orang-orang seumur saya itu adalah orang-orang yang tidak mau menggunakan teknologi. Ya, kalaupun dia menggunakan itu yang ala kadarnya saja. Karena kita tidak mau lagi belajar lagi tentang bagaimana menggunakan ini dan itu. Nah, bagi mereka yang tidak sukses gampang menggunakan teknologi, dia makin akan menghindari teknologi itu. Nah, itu maksud saya, diskusi itu di luar dengan riset Anda. So it's beyond your topic. So I think you focus on you have to focus on the problem what you mean. Nah, sini what is missing, saya kira ada satu di sini yang missing, yaitu yang tadi itu metacognition ya. Metacognition. Contohnya itu adalah attitude ya. Nah, attitude terhadap teknologi. Nah, jadi dia tidak mau menggunakan teknologi itu bukan karena dia tidak pandai, tapi attitude-nya. Misalkan orang yang bisa dengan teknologi itu tidak mesti dia tahu menggunakan teknologi untuk kepentingan apa. Kan banyak orang yang disebut dengan adiktif kan, teknologi addiction. Jadi orang itu ketidakmampuan mengendalikan diri ketika bergaul dengan teknologi gitu kira-kira. So atau punya negative attitude, so they don't like to use technology, not because technology is not available, not because the access is not available, but it's more because they don't like technology. So I think there are 3 things. Once again, it's about the teacher itself. Apakah dia punya sufficient knowledge and sufficient skill. Yang kedua, yang kurang lebih sama, tetapi sebenarnya bukan karena teknologinya, karena attitude-nya. Atau the metacognition aspect. Nah, yang ketiga baru dia tadi. Yang ketiga adalah infrastruktur. Itu sebenarnya beyond the teacher, di luar teacher, tetapi it's really related to the teacher problem. Nah, itu. Nah, ini sekali lagi Anda harus cari artikel-artikel yang bicara tentang only focus on. Kalaupun tidak only focus on, you try to find article that investigates how the teacher use technology, and you try to find or to look at, to observe how the researcher already done their investigation about this. We want to learn from them. Nah, seperti itu. Oke, itu literature review-nya. Kemudian metodologinya ini deskriptif, berarti saya sarankan kalau ini sebenarnya sudah oke lah untuk S1 itu sudah oke. Kita ingin mendeskripsikan apa adanya gitu ya, the phenomenon you want to describe, to find out the phenomenon, what is happening. That's true, ya. Jadi what is happening, meaning that you really want to investigate how the teacher use technology. Tapi harus dibedakan. You have to separate between the experience, and the experience and the opinion. Itu yang harus dibedakan. Jadi Anda harus membedakan ini bagian dari experience or opinion. So if it is opinion, then you have to Okay, yes, doing seminar SRD. Okay, now next metodologi ya. Jadi itu yang penting di population sampel. Ini kalau sampling nih yang saya I don't know nih. Mungkin bagusnya adalah kalau dalam riset tuh ada yang namanya samplingnya tuh kalau akses gitu. Jadi we don't decide how many the portion of the population. Kalau sampel itu kan portion. Jadi kita tidak pakai representativeness, no. Tapi kita distribute as many as possible, and then we get the data from those who are returning or who are returning the questionnaire, or who are filling the, filling the questionnaire that you distribute using Google Classroom, Google Form, right? So we only get that one. Jadi kalau saran saya, so my suggestion is that you are not talking about sampling. Jadi langsung saja. Kalau sampling itu adalah representativeness. Kalau purposive sampling itu namanya bukan deskriptif, ya, itu case study, ya, ke arah kualitatif. Jadi nggak bisa. Jadi saat population, kalau menurut saya ya partisipan sajalah. You talk about the participant and you explain who are your participant, ya, siapa partisipan Anda. Kalau Anda bicara, you said that the participant are senior high school, so I suggest that you only talk a secondary English teacher or something like that. So secondary means that it will be senior high and junior high school teacher, English teacher. Yeah. All right. Now, why you have interview? Mana, Ibnu?
Because my research is descriptive, so the way I can get detailed information is from interview.
What is the difference between questionnaire and interview?
I think for the question,
banyak pertanyaannya jadinya kan. Kamu mau interview, lalu apa bedanya dong? Kau nanya kan? Jadi interview itu seperti mengulangi pertanyaan kuesioner. Yang pertama. Yang kedua, pertanyaan yang mungkin lebih sulit dijawab itu adalah kamu mau menginterview siapa? Gimana tuh?
Kalau untuk menginterview siapanya, so maybe I will choose from the respondent of the questionnaire.
Kalau kayak you bilang tadi, kalau you bilang kan big population. I mean, not only few teachers, you have lots of teachers. So I don't think that you can interview all of them, right?
Yes, sir.
Nah, kalau tidak, misalkan ya, kalau tidak interview all of them, pertanyaan berikutnya adalah sekali lagi kan, who are you going to interview? And how are you going to decide which one to interview and which one not? Why, for example, why you choose A rather than B? Nah, kan banyak pertanyaannya itu. Kecuali kalau it's you explain here, you need this teknik. Apa? Makanya ini kan belum jelas. What you really want what you really want to get from the interview that you cannot obtain from questionnaire. Kan begini, kalau seandainya dari questionnaire itu not possible, then you have to find the other instrument, right? Like for example the interview. Tapi kalau seandainya your data is actually can be obtained from questionnaire. So why you also want to do interview? Think about that, yeah. nanti di revisi kamu harus sudah jelas ini maunya apa. Supaya jelas itu kamu harus, you have to explain here the purpose of the interview. You really, what data you really want to get, yeah, from the interview. Now, the data should be different from questionnaire. Yeah? If it is just the same, then the interview is not needed. Also the same like documentation. Yeah, I don't know what you mean by documentation. Yeah, here documentation is collected by the information given from the document include photos. That's about estimate technology integration. Now, if you are doing descriptive, so I don't think that is necessary, yeah, unless you are doing deeper investigation. But this must be case study, yeah, if or other qualitative method. If you gather other kind of data, ya. Kalau sekali lagi kalau kamu pure deskriptif, ya. Tetapi kalau memang ada unsur kualitatifnya juga, itu nanti terrefleksi dengan your research question. What is your research question? Let me check here. You have only one research problem. Yang ini sebenarnya tidak biasa di dalam research descriptive. Should be more question. Ya. Here. Kalau tadi problem yang you maksud itu misalkan what are the, katakanlah begini ya, what are the infrastructure problem faced by the teacher, kemudian what are the cognitive problem faced by the teacher to integrate technology, bla bla bla, what are the metacognition problem, misalnya gitu. Harusnya kan sudah ada gambaran itu, yang itu nanti terrefleksi, clarified in other parts of your proposal. Misalnya di chapter 2-nya dan di chapter metodologinya tergambar dari instrumen yang dipakai. Nah, gitu. Okay, now next, last one is technique of data questionnaire data. Ini data analysis, ya. Nah, the way you do this is really qualitative, ya. Kamu tidak berbicara tentang descriptive research. Ini benar-benar qualitative research. Harusnya kamu menggunakan descriptive analysis, ya. Ya, misalkan dengan yang paling sederhana descriptive analysis adalah dengan mean score, dengan standard deviation, maksimum, minimum, itu dia seperti itu. Tetapi nanti kalau udah diskusi sama dosen pembimbing mungkin akan ditambah sedikit, ya, misalkan dengan adanya tadi itu hubungan antar pertanyaan. Tetapi kalau untuk S1 sebenarnya tidak terlalu diperlukan. Cuman kalau kita bicara tentang publikasi itu susah kalau cuman hanya satu pertanyaan model seperti itu. Ya. But that can be discussed later, ya, with your supervisor, ya. Apakah ini mau ditambah atau tidak your research question. Oke. Okay? Nah, yang paling last ya tadi ini yang very last. This one, ya, ini nih jangan tiba-tiba ada di sini. Ini kan tiba-tiba ada di sini. Do you, have you discussed this questionnaire in other parts of your proposal?
Not yet, sir.
Itulah. Harusnya ini, ya, ini harus dibahas di mana dia? In here, nih. Di sini nih questionnaire. Because that's questionnaire, so this is the place for you to explain the questionnaire that you are going to use. Jadi di sini ada table of specification and parts of the questionnaire should be elaborated or should be explained, ya, much clearly, ya, in this section, in the section of data collection. So because this is the place once again for you to explain your instrument, research instrument. Okay, I think that's basically, I try to picture your proposal. That's actually good, the good idea, yeah. But you need to really to fix, yeah, according to the feedback that I have given today. Do you have any questions or doubt?
Hmm, saya masih bingung sih San, kayak cara mengadopsi questionnaire dari penelitian.
Okay. Now you need to be exposed with several, yeah, with few questionnaire, but similar topic to your idea. I think you have to come up with. I mean, this title. You have to have the clear definition. You know exactly what you really want to do. Itu aja intinya. Like this, yeah, like the one that I already discussed before. Now, from that, you have to have the idea. Jadi di sini kan teacher problem itu harus didefinisikan, harus didiskusikan in chapter 2. You know, what you mean by problem, ya. Jadi kalau udah melakukan riset itu, bahasa terminologi itu harus benar-benar ditelusuri. Kan problem itu berbeda dengan difficulties, ya kan? Problem beda dengan challenges, misalkan seperti itu. You have to talk about that, and in order to capture all different meaning, you have to have the reference, ya. Nah, kalau mau mencari problem itu sebenarnya agak jauh lebih sulit karena people don't like to talk about the problem. The specific title of article, for example, about the teacher problem are not common, yeah. So I think that's the good thing for your proposal. What people like to search, to do usually is the benefit of technology. People like to praise technology. People believe that technology seems to be able to solve every problem that you have. Padahal kan in reality is not the case. Nah, tetapi berarti in literature review, in literature, you need to really to locate to find out the few work that already done by others, yeah, in order to give you some ideas, yeah. Jadi you can still ask me later, try to find, for example, some this is a good example that you have provided here, like this. I think now this one, I think that's very good one, but the problem with this, yeah, in my opinion, because you haven't discussed it before, this is all of a sudden it is here, so we don't have a sufficient information about the questionnaire that you pose here. But once again, that's actually the good example. So you can have more than one, or more than two, or more than three example like this. So then you can come up with a better idea how you categorize the problem. So you need to once again to have a category of the problem, as what I give you the example, like cognition, metacognition, and infrastructure, things like that. Yeah, you can have more idea perhaps if you read more something like this. Yeah. Jadi, tapi untuk sementara, you try to follow my feedback, yeah. So hopefully that you can write better later. Yeah. Okay, I think
Alright, sir.
stop here because I have another class. Now, students, yeah, sekali lagi, this is this meeting is once again, it's very good for you to really think once again to look at the title, the focus of your research. Yeah? Now, you can always revise your ideas, yeah, if you really want to focus on certain things. Yeah? You can always bring the new resources if you really want to discuss with me. Post that one in our group, WhatsApp group. I think also very possible, so that I can comment which one is really helpful, perhaps for your revision and so on like that. Okay. Ibnu, I think that's good luck for your revision. Yeah. But
Thank you very much, sir.
it is quite good. So you can, if you can manage to get particularly the questionnaire, then your research will be much easier later. All right. So I have to stop the recording.